have a fantastic, amazing streamer guest joining right now called a fish in a bird cage. Yeah. I will bring him in. Yeah. A fish in a bird cage. Hello, fish in a bird cage.
I'm trying. Oh, there we go. Okay, that worked finally. Can you hear me okay though?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Just give me 1 second here. I just need to check my user settings to make sure it's not gonna cancel out my cello because I've been having some weird stuff go on.
Okay. Wow, I'm in love with your setup. This is
Thank
so
you.
cool. Look at that. Oh, I love it, love it.
Okey-doke. Okay. Okay, I'm all set.
And then here, well, let's wait until the camera gets focused. Yeah. So, how are you doing today?
I'm awesome. Yeah, we had a crazy hailstorm here.
Hailstorm?
My stepdad's truck got completely smashed in. Like his windshield, like 4 gigantic dents into it, like cracked the entire thing. Yeah, it's and there's dents all over his truck now. It's
Jeez.
yeah, a couple tornado warnings today, so that's what's been happening on my end.
What's your where are you? Yeah, what part of the world were you at?
So I'm in Alberta, Canada.
Ah, Canada. I see.
Yeah, been in Alberta all my life. I just finished a 9-month tour of North America, where we were actually supposed to meet up with you, but the travel situations that we ended up breaking down along the way. And then there was that flood that cut off one of the roads to be able to get to you. So like we had to cancel meeting up with you along the way. We still would love to collaborate with you though, but
hey, yeah,
it's that was a hell of a trip. 9 months on the road was a long time to be on the road.
Yeah, so he was on a were you in RV? Like doing on the road?
Yeah, so it was an RV attached to a trailer, right? So this thing is like 50 feet.
Wow.
Well, I guess we still have it, but like it's a mobile studio on wheels, right? And it was a great idea at the beginning, but halfway through, diesel prices just shot way up.
Yeah, right.
Right, and so like halfway through the trip, it used to be like $150 to fill up the tank, and then by the end of the trip, it was like $350 to fill up the tank. So it was very expensive, but so worth it. We got to meet up with tons of people from our community, and got to meet up with so many different musicians along the way, and jam with all these amazing musicians, and it was quite the trip.
Wow, amazing. That's so cool. Yeah, I'm jealous you were able to do though, although you had to like cut it short, because of diesel going up.
Yeah, we broke down a couple of times, like mentally, emotionally, and mechanically.
Yeah, I bet it's not easy. It's a big.
It wasn't easy, but it was so worth it. It was so worth it. We had so much fun.
Good. Yeah. Wow, so good. So, fish in a bird cage. I even took out your guess fish in a bird cage because it's like written all over, and as you can see, he literally has a fish in a bird cage, like on the right side. Yeah. What's the
That's Nemo? Yeah.
Oh, Nemo. Yeah. What's the inspiration for it? For the name?
Okay, so the name, how that happened is I was moving away from my hometown for the first time after living there for 23 years, and I moved over to Victoria, British Columbia. And while I was in Victoria, what ended up happening is the first place I ended up renting, I gave this lady most of my money to be able to live at her place, and and 3 days later, I was covered in bed bug bites from head to toe. Just the first night I thought I was reacting to the sheets. I thought like, oh, I must be allergic to something, so I washed it with a different detergent. Second night, I'm like, what's going on? Why am I so itchy? Third night, I've got all of these bumps all over me, and I'm like, okay, these are bed bug bites. I can't live here. So I tell this lady, like, I can't live there. Please give me my money back. And she was just like, no, I can't do that. I'm sorry. And so I was like, okay, all right. I guess I'll just take what little money I have left and buy a tent, right? So I bought a tent, and I started living out behind one of my friend's houses underneath a plum tree. Honestly, it was gorgeous. It was beautiful because like it was during the summer, and I had a great view of the stars, and like, but throughout the night, plums would fall on the tent, right? And it would just like shake the tent, and it would shake me awake. And I would just be like, oh, what was that? And it was just, oh yeah, it's just a plum, right? And free breakfast in the morning, wake up in the morning, get a plum, right? But I felt so out of place.
Yeah.
I felt so out of place in this brand new city, right? I just moved into this brand new city, and I felt so out of place. And I was writing that riff at the same time, and while I was singing gibberish over top of this riff that I was writing, at one point I had a recorder out, and I was just mumbling things, and I was just like, wait, what did I just say there? And I listened back to the recording, and I had mumbled out like, I'm a fish in a bird cage. Whoa. And I was like, what a ridiculous idea, right? But the thing was that once I had said it, and I listened back to it, and I was like, what a silly idea. The idea wouldn't leave, right? And I started to grow more and more with this image as I was in this tent, feeling so out of place. And I started to imagine what that life must have looked like for this fish living in a bird cage. And I imagined that there was a bird living in the bird cage telling the fish about all the things that it had seen outside of the cage. And like, it just developed into this whole little world for me. And so I wrote a song about it, and then it grew from there. That was back in 2014, and my project has four albums out now, and we have over 1 million streams a month on Spotify on the 4 albums.
That's
and
amazing.
it's really grown. It's quite something,
What an inspiring story. I love it so much. And then you just like mumble ideas. That's how your brain works.
It's weird how that happened, but I couldn't be more excited that it all lined up in that way. And people contact me all the time just being like, hey, listen, I heard your song, and I just want to tell you how much I relate to this song and why I relate to this song. And it's like, if it's either like their mental health that's causing their own cage, right? Or if it's their circumstances or whatever. Like, yeah, I don't know. Do you want to hear that song? Because I could show you that one. I was thinking of playing a different one, but I could play Fish in a Bird Cage.
Yeah, that's your signature song, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it, please.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so this one's called Fish in a Bird Cage. Okay. Do you think we would have time for 2 songs or just one? What do you think?
Oh, sorry. Let me. So I don't know what was going on in the stage. Is McDoodle still going? Just what does green means? 1 second. Let me just quickly check. I will quickly check with the mods what the green mods. If you are in the chat, what does green means? Let me ask here. I would love to hear both. Yeah. Green means go. Oh, okay, I see. No, just play, please. Yeah, I would love to hear. Yes.
Okay, here we go. With his beak he tries to soothe me. He makes makes me feel that I belong. Has a wild's imagination, tells me things that must be true. There's a world where I can take flight, where I can freely move. Carry me these walls, brother of mine. Show me the world outside. It's to be true. I'm counting on you to be my wings and my eyes. As I breathe into our silence, there's a voice that comforts me. It's the voice of understanding. It's the voice of empathy. Wings of feathers, tails, and fingertips. I feel each rock so differently. You gave me more than I could ask for. Indistinguishability. Carry me these walls, brother of mine. Show me the world outside. It's to be true. I'm counting on you to be my wings and my eyes. Carry me these walls, brother of mine. Show me the world outside. It's to be true. I'm counting on you to be my wings and my eyes.
I love it so much. I have heard this song before. I loved it the time this
Yeah.
time. I don't know. It's
Okay, so
Mm.
do you think I could jam one more?
Yes, please, please. I would love to give you
Yeah?
like
Okay.
2, 3, 4 hours. Yeah, but I guess I have to go to like your Spotify.
Thank you.
Yeah, please, please. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
We are all loving
Okay,
here.
this one's called Rolodex. Here we go. Oh, right. I should probably tell you what this is about really quick.
Yes.
Okay, so imagine that you're in your I'm not sure if you've had this experience before, but when you're in your basement and you're going through old boxes, and at some point while you're going through old boxes, you end up pulling out something. It might be a business card, or it might be like just like an old souvenir, or an old toy car or whatever. You pull out something and immediately you get hit with this flashback of memories, right? This is what this is about.
Nice.
It's called Rolodex. Rolodex, the names of friends you can't forget. Although the years have changed some things, how you wrote it stays the same. Within that locked up Rolodex, the names of friends you can't forget. Although the years have changed some things, how you wrote it stays the same. I can recall your eyes, how they seem to beam, deeply creating a floodlight that led on darker paths to how I came to be, are the reason that made me feel presence of the words, strength you've given me, finding this root within myself strikes, more than bittersweet, 'cause you're not here with me, I can still feel it. That locked up Rolodex, the names of friends you can't forget.
Oh my goodness,
Okay.
that was so good. That was so epic. We are all going crazy here.
Cheers.
Oh,
Thank you so
my
much, everyone.
goodness. He is total hidden.
Thank you.
Not hidden. He's not that hidden, but yeah, if you still don't follow him,
No,
please do
I'm
so.
here. I'm right here.
Yes. Oh, that was so good. Oh
Yeah,
my
I've
goodness.
got, if you ever want to check out my albums, we've got 4 albums on Spotify. The fourth one, Manowar, we had 60 artists involved in the production of that particular album, and we'd love to work with you on the next album. Actually, we had so
Really?
many amazing people, from Philip Bowen Music. We had a full choir. We had Tommy Graven. We had Nick Black Music. We had oh man, we just had just like this whole group of just absolutely. Joe plays violin was on it. She's awesome. We had the
Nice.
Atlas String Quartet. They're amazing. They don't play on Twitch, but man, are they ever good. Like just
Ah,
yeah. So that's worth checking out. The fourth album is really cool. All the albums were really cool, but like the fourth album has so many amazing,
so
very
good.
talented people that became a part of it.
Nice.
So
I
thank
would
you so much
love
for your time,
it.
and thank you so much
Yeah.
for the stream. This is really cool, and thank you to anyone who shot the channel a follow. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for your time. It was absolute blast. I cannot yeah, I cannot wait to end the stream and then just put on your album. Like, oh, so
Cool. Very
good.
cool.
Yay! Thank you so much. So you're, we call you as Dusty.
Yeah.
Dusty.
Yeah.
But
My name is Dusty.
I wanted to also know about your musical. Like, how did you start? I think
How did I
we
start?
forgot
Like
to.
music?
Yeah.
Or how did I start like streaming?
Both.
So Okay, all right, okay, real quick, I guess. So what ended up happening is I started playing piano when I was 2. My mom had she was 2 years old. Yeah. So my mom has this really nice piano at her place, and she taught college while she was going through college, and then when I was growing up, I would hear my mom play the piano, and she would wake me up that way. And so when I was 2, I'd start banging out notes and
Whoa.
doing that kind of thing. I wasn't any good at it, but like it got me interested in music, and then she put me in lessons. So I was doing the classical route for a while until I was about 10, and I hated reading music. So actually, what I did, which was so fun, is that my teacher would tell me, "Hey, you gotta go and learn this piece," and I would get my mom to play it, and I would just memorize it by ear, and then I would learn it on the piano by ear.
Wow.
And I'd be like, "Ha! Now I don't have to read the music because I hated reading music."
Do you have perfect pitch?
Right? But really, I was training my ear in a really weird way, right? And trying to be lazy, but training myself in a very
That's
strange,
talent.
bizarre way. So I was learning all these classical pieces by ear.
That's
right?
amazing.
And then when I was 10, I got myself a guitar, and I got serious about music when I was about 10. So I started playing the guitar for about 3 to 6 hours a day, and I never took a day off. There's a couple of days, like maybe two days in my memory that I can think of where I actually took a day off from playing at least for a
Wow.
couple hours a day.
Wow.
You know, and then when I was 23, I started on the cello. A guy forced it into my hands. I didn't think I was capable of playing the cello, but he forced it into my hands. He was like, "You should try this." No, try it. And I actually got to see him today, which was really cool. Nils, he was in town, and then that inspired me to go spend $3,000 that I didn't have on a cello. And I started practicing for 8 hours
Nice.
a day for 3 years. I went absolutely crazy in my in my isolation, but it was worth it because I got good at this instrument. And then I started doing street performing, and I've done street performing for a living for about 8 years before I started streaming. And what ended up happening is we were living in Spain, me and my dog. This is the quick version, but my dog got parvovirus. She fought for her life for a week. She almost died. That was crazy week. But thank God she survived. She's my favorite in the world. And what ended up happening is she was contagious with parvovirus for 2 weeks after that. So I couldn't actually go and street perform. So I set up a camera, and I streamed on Reddit for the first time. And after my first Reddit stream, it said, I couldn't see how many people were watching or whatever, and it said at the end 280,000 views on the one stream, and I was like, what the hell? And so I started doing that every day, and on a slow day it was like 80,000 views, and on a good day it was like 360,000 views.
I remember
And
you
it really
from
grew
Reddit.
the group. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was, I was just doing it as often as I possibly could, and it grew a community around my music, and it really made Spotify take off in a big way, right? Like we have 170,000 monthly listeners on there, and it's
So good.
just crazy. It just blows my mind all the time
Ah, so good.
that my music has been able to reach so many people.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, like your music is amazing. Yeah, it's not possible not to love. Yeah, so thank you
Thank
that
you.
you
Cheers.
put yourself.
Thanks for listening to
Yeah.
all of this.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And in short words, he was a genius that put tons of effort on top of the genius talent. Yeah, and then now he is here out of our reach on Twitch and everywhere. So please follow and go listen to his
I
music.
can't wait to jam with you someday, Mia. I cannot wait.
Say-
It would
say-
be so much fun.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much.
Cool.
That's
Okay, well,
tea. Yeah.
bye everyone. Thanks for
Bye.
having me.
Thank you for coming.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Yes. Oh, that was great. All right. That was so great. Okay, I will go ahead and then bring next viewer. I mean, next guest. Yeah, that was incredible. Whoa. Yeah. And very different. Yeah, like cello. We don't cello around on Twitch much. Yeah. Thank you.